This Bentley Continental GT 2006 edition is going to get a full interior and exterior detail. Wait till you see the foam cannon shots. You do not want to miss that, and especially the ending. You are not going to believe what you see. Let's go ahead and get started with the detail by washing the outside of this thing. And first things first, rinse off any dirt that is loose on the surface. Now for today, we're going to be doing a color combo foam cannon. We're going to be shooting pink on the left side, and then we're going to be doing a mint green on the right. Those foam cannon soaps are available if you want to get some colored foam cannon soap at foxclean.com. I even have a link down below with a coupon code so you guys can pick some up. You know, foam cannon soap's great and all, but if you can add a little color to it, why not? It just adds to the effect and makes it look super fun and cool when you're detailing the car. Now look at that drip drip right there. Who doesn't want some drippy foam that's pink and green at the same time? Yeah, one thing when you're rinsing off foam and that sort of thing, you got to be careful when you spray water on the ground and on the wheels, and yeah, I just got blasted. Now with that foam cannon soap soaking into any dirt on the surface and helping remove it without any friction whatsoever, we're going to now do the 2-bucket method with our wash mitts to clean off any remaining residue on the surface before we jump into the clay bar stage to make the outside of this thing look perfect. Now, if you've never used a clay bar, these are little synthetic pads. It's not really even clay for that matter, but a little bit of soap on the surface and you rub this bar on that's flattened out across the paint and you'll catch any rough spots. That's dirt that's embedded, road grime that doesn't come off in the wash stage. Any of those stubborn particles get picked up by the clay bar and it gets embedded, so that way it removes it from the paint, leaving a perfectly smooth surface for whatever coating you put on top. Here we're using galactic ceramic spray from foxclean.com. The cool part about this stuff is even with the car wet, spray it on the surface, use a microfiber towel to kind of distribute it a little bit better, even though you really don't even need to do that. Rinse it off, and the water beading is insane. You'll see it here in 1 second. And to follow up that water beading, Fox Clean drying towels. This one towel that you're seeing on screen right here, it's super heavy to the point where you just drape it across the car. It conforms to all the lines in the paint and it just dries the whole thing perfectly. No streaking, no scratching, and that one towel will dry this car and 2 more after. It absorbs 6 times its weight in water. Definitely check them out. Like I said, link in the description box. In the garage is the time to open up all of the door panels, the hood, the trunk, and dry off all those door sills and door frames to make sure none of that water drips onto exterior paint, but also it's a good practice to keep those areas clean because they are commonly missed. Yeah, so opening this trunk, yep, we had a bit of a spill. That is because the drain tubes from the trunk and the windows, those drain tubes in a lot of cars can get clogged up over time, but in particularly this one, because there was a repair, the hose tubes were disconnected from the drains. So that water, instead of draining, just puddled up and dropped out. But regardless, this whole trunk is getting disassembled anyways and all that stuff removed to be cleaned. So it's not a huge deal. Now when it comes to vacuuming, I try to vacuum as much as possible. That includes a lot of the seams on the dashboard and in the console, along with obviously the floors and the seats. But as much dirt as you can remove in the vacuuming stage minimizes the amount of work that you have to do in the long run from a cleaning standpoint with your microfiber towels and detailing brushes. Now with the interior vacuuming done, in the trunk I'm pulling out the carpet liner, the floorboard piece, along with the spare tire and anything inside the trunk to clean. It's also a prime time if you're vacuuming out the back of your car. Just check your spare tire. Make sure it's got air. Make sure it's filled to whatever pressure it needs to be at. And if you don't have an air compressor, next time you fill up your car at the gas station, fill up your spare tire, because you'll never know when you'll need it, and it would really suck to be on the side of the road with a spare tire that is flat. Now for all these interior panels, we're using Mint Shine All-Purpose Cleaner, which is a beautiful grape smell and also insane cleaning power, along with Fox Clean detailing brushes to get into all those fun little nooks and crannies to make them perfectly clean. It's always interesting, so a Bentley is a very high-end car, right? But sometimes when you look at the steering wheel, they date really, really quickly because they are overly fancy, especially some of the trim panels and different buttons and switches. I feel like for me, a Bentley is one of the cars that ages the quickest just because of how they try to style the car to look, a certain way based on the genre or the era that it's built in. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you agree. Now for the gorgeous leather inside this car, we're going to be using Mint Shine Leather Cleaner along with our detailing brushes. And then once that is clean, we're going to be topping it with Mint Shine Conditioner for your leather, which has a beautiful new leather smell, but also protects the leather to ensure that it has a lot of plasticity so it doesn't break and get brittle over time and crack like a lot of leather does when it gets older. And also it makes it smell insane. Now this rear trunk carpet will be a little bit interesting to see if we can get it clean. It seems like it's been stained heavily over time. It's also got some, iron kind of deposits in there. But regardless, we're gonna be spraying on our carpet cleaner, using our drill brushes to agitate that carpet fiber, and then our extractor to suck up all that delicious, yummy juice that is created from the cleaning process. Now, what carpet is not complete without carpet lines? Carpet lines are a lot of fun to do, especially when you finally figure out a type of brush to use, the kind of spacing. Sometimes it can be a little bit discouraging, especially if you can't keep it even, but with a little bit of practice, you can do this too. And it's just a nice little touch, especially even if it's your personal car, that makes it feel more high-end. So this trunk area, I'm using all-purpose cleaner once again, and brushes and towels, but this is a surface rust buildup that really isn't going to come off with just all-purpose cleaner. It needs something stronger, but definitely just wiping it down and cleaning it made a big time difference in how it looked aesthetically. Now, if you have kids and you own a Bentley Continental GT, or you plan to own one, just keep in mind that these little pieces of carpet, this is the rear carpet for your feet in the rear seats. So legroom is definitely not this car's strong suit. Being a Bentley coupe, you kind of expect that though. Now, for everyone wondering how I dry my carpeted seats, this is how I do it. I just have a fan that blows air on it overnight, and all the carpets in the car always dry out. Now, this video on screen is definitely one I recommend you watch and check out to increase your detailing skills, along with the fact that it's just purely disgusting and a wonderful video to watch. So definitely click here on screen. I'll see you over there at the next video.